Okay. I've been asked a few times how I make the tread effects on my little tanks. So I'll do a quick little guide for you guys here. Um, Version of Blender shouldn't matter. Add-ons shouldn't matter. This is a very quick hackabout method. So let's just start by making a little tread. You can see I extruded out some edges, scaled some things down, but any shape will work. That's not really what this tutorial's about. Move that up to here, just because we're going to need it out of the way in a minute. Add an array. Don't worry too much about dialing that in. 10's pretty good. So now for the real part. Let me get that out of the way more. You're going to go and you're going to add in a curve. Circle works best. You can try and get fancy with it if you want, but any curve should work. I just stick with this. You're going to rotate on the x-axis by 90. You're going to have a nice kind of, I don't know, stylized look to it. Then you're going to go back to your array object. You're going to get a curve, and you're going to set the curve target to the curve you just made. Okay, so obviously this is way too big. You can do a couple things here. You can scale this down. I'm going to move it to the cursor. And then here's the real easy part. All you got to do is move the array object, not the curve, move the array object on the x-axis. So from there, you could do more fun stuff, like let's add one in and then dial it in so it's a little bit more thick. Not perfect, but it works. So here's the other part of it, making the animation loop. Easiest part about this is going to be that you can start with a single keyframe on the array object's location, jump forward, let's say 20 frames, move it 1 on the x-axis because that is how we're aligned here. If you were on the Y, go ahead and align it like that. But we're on X, so set it to 1. Play it once. You see it only plays once. That's okay. Select both your keyframes. Shift E in the timeline editor and set linear extrapolation. All right. And that's how I make my little tread animations. Play with the distance over time to modify the speed at which it moves. You can see if I ramp it up here while it's playing through the keyframes, it just goes lightning quick. You could do the same thing to make it slower, just make it a lower value, or flip it in reverse by adding a negative in front of it. Hope that helps.